some women aren't as good as communication as they think they are.
Yes. Well, that's the end of the show.
Yeah,
we all agree with that.
We're all in agreement, y'all.
Good night. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all and good night. You know what I'm saying?
Women are the worst communicators on the entire planet.
Word.
Oh, you talking women?
Definitely.
All right, let me go ahead and play this clip for y'all. Here we go.
Women haven't been as good at communicating as they think they are. Where this is less of a critique and more of an attack. Because a critique, I'm an artist. I have mentors, I have teachers. I'm used to getting red pens all through my work. This is why I crossed this out. You could try this. See if this works. This was unnecessary. If we sit down in a relationship and those are the things you tell me, I didn't like what you said to me here. This is how it made me feel. This is how I like to be talked to. Not you always running off at the mouth and you think you could talk to me any old type of way. And I'm like, whoa.
They have to work on that. A lot of women still operate in trauma. And your trauma is going to make you intolerant. Your insecurities will make you intolerant. And so until you gain that tolerance, which there's a such thing as silent tolerance in a relationship, until you gain that, everything will feel like an attack.
Hey man, I just want to say, if I wasn't married, dark skinned shorty,
She can get
just
it.
the way she talks, so sultry and
What?
yeah,
Let's shoot now.
dark skinned
Sugar,
shorty.
you okay?
Nah, I'm still delirious from all that femininity just got thrown in, and sense. When a woman makes sense like that, it's just too, you know.
It do make her look better, don't it? It make her look a whole lot better. You be like, man, bro, like make a 6 or 8.
You know, the thing is that she mentioned, though, she said a lot of women operate in trauma. I have two thoughts on that. One is, I think a lot of women adopt trauma that they never really experienced. But
It's called a simulation. I agree.
Indeed.
And then on the other hand, a lot of men operate in trauma, but we still got to do what we got to do. So, but I'll let you guys go ahead and jump on the topic. Some women are not as good at communicator as they think they are?
I think most women suck at communication. Y'all one-way internet connection. All upload, no download.
They on dial-up.
All upload, no download. I think that's one of the biggest lies told when it comes to social sexually relationships. Is that women communicate better than men. That's a goddamn lie.
Right.
It's the biggest lie ever told.
I think that they're excellent at communicating problems.
No, I think Ricky wasn't finished.
Oh, my bad.
And again, in my humble experience, right? Nobody's a monolith, but most women, and this is not putting it on black women, it's all the white women, Mexican women, Chinese, you name it, that I know. It's hard for them to have a structured conversation when their feelings are involved. Everything outside of them becomes minuscule. I mean, very minimal. Everything that they complain is a reference to it becomes to a reference of simply how they feel, not what really happened, not the actual events, not the conversations that were actually took place. And I think that's where their assertiveness plays in, guys, because if you let them take you on that roller coaster, you would be on it all day. They don't. They're very one way. They're very one way.
I want to add to this that not only is the one way women are manipulative when it comes to communication. There have been several people that almost got straight beat down because somebody I cared about came to me and told a story about what somebody did and had all the details about somebody's response, none of the details about what they did to provoke, right? A lot of women today, manipulation is part of communication. I'm communicating to get something or to get you to see it my way or to get something out of you. This is coupled by them not really being able to listen to what you're saying in the first place. Have you ever talked with a woman and you're clear about what you're saying? X plus Y equals Z. And then she completely changes the whole equation. Well, what about MX? No, I'm talking about X plus Y. I think women, on top of not listening, is this subtle manipulation in communication about what can I get out of this man? Can I get him to see it my way? Can I get what I want? And I think that fosters a bad communication style of relationships when that happens.
Absolutely.
Philosophical, you were gonna say something before. What was you gonna say?
Yeah, women I think they're very good at communicating problems, but when it's time for the solution, I think men are solution based. Then they have a problem accepting the solution aspect of the conversation. Like they can present the issue, but then when you come with the solution, it's like oftentimes they just want to be heard more than they want to get the problem solved. So it's really just like monotonous, just complaining more so than just let's get somewhere. It's like, okay, I hear your problem. This is what we should do about it. And it's like, that's not the point.
I got a different perspective on that, Ella. I got a different perspective. Women aren't good at communicating problems. They suck at articulating problems, bro. They're really good at projecting what they think is the problem. The reason they are really bad at solving anything is because they can't articulate problems correctly. What I've noticed is like we can take it all the way down to real world scenarios. Women are always talking about how they want to be in leadership roles and all this type of stuff. Every matriarchy on earth has never made it out of the primitive stage for that one reason, because of communication. That's how bad women are at communicating and progressing anything to the next level. If you go watch Bear Grylls season 2 and try to watch them build the island, and all the men built the island, built communication, built boats, the women were still talking to each other, trying to figure out the first steps at the end of the exercise. Any man who wants to do this in real life, you can remember that you were in school. And if you were the only man in a group full of girls, how hard it was to nail down the basic parts of the project before you got to the meat of the project. That is how tough it is for women to articulate themselves in any given situation. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, when women, a lot of our women have been traumatized by their single mothers, and because of that, they were never able to speak. They were silenced. They were always told to sit down, be quiet. They were actually abused emotionally. They were manipulated by their own mothers. So a lot of our women have so much anger and resentment towards everybody, men, women, everybody, where they can't wait to speak. So they get to the point where they get with a man and they feel like they finally got an opportunity to speak their mind and say whatever they want to say. So a lot of the things that women are saying to you as a man is what they wanted to say to their mom or to their father or to somebody when they were a child. So women are in constant regression. They're always just operating like a child. And that's why I say women are children, because they spend their entire lives as 7-year-old children when they were silenced. And now they're grown. They're like, I finally get a chance to speak my mind. So everybody who's in front of me, I'm going to speak my mind. They're speaking to their parents. They're not even speaking to you. So when they come out the woodwork with all this crazy stuff, they're literally not even talking to you. They're talking to their parents or whoever hurt them, their uncle, whoever said or did whatever, she's talking to them. And then when it comes to receiving information, women don't listen. They interpret. And it's the same actual reason. It's something called maladaptive social cognition. Their brains are fried due to their childhood trauma and physical trauma. So they view the world in a opposite way. And I talked about damaged neuroception. They look at men as bad men as good and good men as bad. You know what I mean? So they see information the same way. So when you bring logic to a woman, she sees it as bad or as an attack, because you're not speaking her language, because she has an inverted way of thinking. Because if you hit a woman with some crazy shit, like her homegirl or her best friend or another woman at work, she's going to actually understand it. But if you give her logic, she's going to think you trying to manipulate her. And you like, yo, I'm just trying to tell you the facts. Well, because like I said, their way of thinking is inverted. and it comes from damaged neuroception due to their childhood trauma. So it's just something that we have to always deal with, and it goes back to the first conversation we had. It's not really any win to dealing with a woman because they're always worried about winning themselves. So they want to win when you're just trying to tell them to shut the hell up, you know, and that's the damn problem. They've been silenced for so many years where they don't want to shut the hell up.
So if there's children, and I guess we're saying that they can't be accountable, what is the solution for it then?
That's why they need men. Because we're here as men, we're
Bingo.
here to literally regulate them.
Bingo.
We're like an ohm meter.
No, hold on real quick, Mr. Lego. Before you say bingo too, Trigger, hold on. All these panels is we discuss women not following directions, women not listening regardless of delivery, women not listening based on whatever circumstances they have with men, that being understanding and patient. And then we go, hey, women don't listen because they're children. So then we say women can't be accountable then. And then you say, nope, men. How do we coach on one side? They don't listen. Then on the other side, we say, hey, this is how you get them to listen. If
don't
we say
children need parents?
No. You understand what I'm saying? It's not. Hold on. Their parents themselves, they're adults. Again, I'll say they're adults.
No.
Have
they're siblings to their children.
Again,
women are siblings to their own children. They're not.
And children can we hold children accountable?
We don't. No. We
What?
parent
That's
children.
what I keep saying. That's what I keep telling y'all.
We parent children, and we got to parent women. We don't hold them accountable. I don't believe in holding them accountable because they're children.
Both ways.
We parent children. We hug them, love them, protect them, make them feel safe, and then they'll finally shut the hell up.
We can't.
But Mr. Let Go, that's his point. His point is, how can you regulate? Like you saying that we're the balance, men are the ohm meter, right? How can we bring balance to somebody who's jumping off the damn scale?
Well, like I just said, hug them, make them feel safe. The more, see, women live their whole lives anxious and not feeling safe and thinking everybody is out to get them. Because like I said, they've been traumatized to the point where their mom, the person that birthed them, screwed them over. Their mom's brother screwed them over, and every male in the family screwed them over.
Right.
And every female in a family
Hold on,
screwed
Mr.
them
Lego.
over.
Mr. Lego,
Hold on one second. They get to the point where they think nobody is going to protect them. So what we have to do as men, finally be the first person in their lives to ever protect them, and then they'll finally slow down and calm down.
They might.
Does that make sense?
No.
Okay.
With all due respect to you. No, it doesn't, because what were we doing? We were doing that before the disconnect and the relationship breaking apart.
So
look at us now.
And this is what I've been saying. This is what I've been saying, and you niggas don't listen. Right? We can't have it both ways. We men, we want to keep talking about understanding accountability. I keep telling y'all, accountability and responsibility are two totally different things, since y'all want to be, all in the dictionary lately and shit. Right? So what Mr. Let Go is saying, they're children. Children, no matter what y'all say, you don't hold a child can be held accountable. No, they not. You're responsible for that child in all things. That's why they're called children. You pay the freight no matter what happens. What you can do is train that child to hopefully that this doesn't go on again, but you still responsible. Right? So again, if we gonna keep saying that ladies are children, that means they don't have the ability to be accountable. That means you are responsible for them. That means men, shut the fuck up and do your job.
Wait.
It is our fault.
Wait.
In every situation.
Wait.
I'm not done, y'all. I'm not done. Give me a second. This is what I'm saying, right? This is what I'm saying. On the other hand, we need to hold women accountable, right? And listen to what I'm saying. This is the other end of the story. This is the other side of the story that men keep saying, right? We got to hold women accountable. They're not children. They're adults. They should be able to make their own decisions, and they should treat a man a certain way. If that's the case, right? Why y'all keep messing with women that's not in that pool? What's the problem? Right? So again, either way, fellas, it's on you. It's on you. The women that's children gonna do what they gonna do. They gonna move how they move. If you choose to be with them, understand you're gonna have a responsibility. But understand these women that are children, usually and hopefully, if they on they point and they understand a man being in his masculinity, they're in their femininity. Right? But understand these women over here that you want to have accountability, that you want to go in it with you, that you want to spend money like you spend money, right? They work for that money the way you did. What makes y'all think a woman like that is gonna play on the same play on the field under than you? She out here getting it like you get it.
She's still anxious. Her life still's trash.
That's not the point. It could be, but she making money. The same reason why you think you better than the dude in the hood is because you moved out and you got more dough. The fuck, man. Y'all liars, bro. So y'all can lie to anybody else. Don't lie to me. Y'all can't have it both ways, guys. That's all I keep saying. Ladies, y'all can't have it both ways. That's all I keep saying. Make a goddamn choice and live with it.
I'm a little confused. Cause you just okay. I don't know what you're talking about, Ricky, to be honest with you. You're talking about us lying and we can't have it both ways. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just being real. I don't know.
It doesn't really apply to you, Mr. Let Go, because you have your stance and you stick with it. I'm not addressing you. I'm addressing everybody who keep having these talking points.
Oh, I got you. You're right. I got you. Yeah, guys, in real talk, you got to pick a side. You either got to just... Women are adults and they speak for themselves. And you got to hold them accountable, or either women are children and they need a man to regulate them. And I don't blame women for nothing. You know, they ruining their children, and that's why I think more. I actually think the law needs to change where the father has to have full custody instead of the mother. But until that changes, and men gave them that right. And still, until that changes, that part of the women being held accountable is still there because they're the custodial parents of the children. You feel me? But until that part changes, nah, women are children, so don't hold them accountable for nothing. But since they have full custody of our children and they're raising our children, that part is still a way where we have to hold them accountable. So their mothering have to be held accountable, but when it doesn't have to do with their raising their children, they don't need to be held accountable because they're gonna run around doing stupid shit regardless.
Hold on, wait.
About women with money?
What?
Hold on, what?
Ricky said something about women with money. You saying if they got money, what about it with the woman?
More money a woman has, the more her life is gonna fall apart because she don't know what the hell to do with the money. It's like a child.
No, I'm trying to get Ricky's point. I'm trying to get.
Can I jump in here, guys?
Go. You want to go or should I?
Yeah. Can I go really quickly? Yeah. I want to throw this in. Women are not children. If we continue to have this mentality, right. We can't. If she goes cheat, I don't want to hear nobody complain. I don't want to hear that she's a thought. I don't, because she's a child, so she's not responsible for her actions.
I agree.
I don't want to hear no more. So it's like in one breath, we're saying women are thoughts, women are hoes, women are, but in the next breath, they're children.
Yeah,
grown men don't listen. Grown men don't want children. I'm not trying to parent no grown woman. When I go through things in life and I need somebody by my side, I'm not looking for my kid. I'm looking for a grown woman who has learned from the issues in her life. Listen, who's overcome her baggage, who's overcome her trauma, somebody who's grown through life, who's able to be a compliment to me. I'm not looking for a kid. And I think if we perpetuate that mindset, then women are going to use that. And anytime you try to hold them accountable for anything that they do, they can say, well, you treated me like a child anyway. And then what are we going to say? Nothing, because we did. I think we got to get out of that mindset. Grown women need to move like grown women, and we need to assert that and make sure that they stand on that.
So how do grown women supposed to move, Sir Hill? Like, I'm not coming at you. I'm asking. How do
go at him, because I don't think he has a rebuttal.
like they're an adult.
If your name is not Sir Hill, I'm not talking to you.
Now, Sir Hill he ready.
Yeah. So this is simple. Like, a woman is an adult. Once you get to a certain age and you're responsible for your own bills, you're responsible for being mature, growing. You got to take accountability for your life. And I think what a lot of us men do is we want the control of a woman like a child, because she don't get to talk back. She doesn't have to have a voice. Whatever we say goes. A grown woman has an opinion about stuff. Even though she's going to submit to you, she has her own thoughts and the way she moves about stuff. And a lot of us guys who are not strong enough to handle a grown woman, we need her to minimize herself so that we can feel in control. No, grown, successful men who are assertive need a fully grown woman to complement the masculinity that he has. I don't need somebody I got to hold her hands when we cross the street every time and tell her what to do and tell her what groceries to buy. No, I need a grown woman who understands how to handle business, how to represent well, how to be a good mother without me having to tell her every little bitty thing. How's that response for you?
Sir Hale, do you realize that when you walk down the street with a woman, you actually have to put her in a certain point where you are? Have you ever walked down the street with a woman? You're on the traffic side of her, right? And then when y'all turn or go somewhere else, you actually have to put her over here so you're still on the traffic side of her. Even when you're walking down the street, you adjust the woman, or either you orbit the woman to make sure you're still on the traffic side. So even physically, you are controlling the woman and putting her where you need to put her because you're always in protection of her. So even walking down the street, it's still the same way you would operate with if you're walking down the street with a child.
See, as a grown man and a married man going on 16 years, I don't have to say it because we're coordinating and she knows my movement.
But you raised her.
Hold on,
in other words.
listen. Hold on, no, listen.
You raised her.
No, listen to me. I didn't raise her. That's not my responsibility. I cannot be sexually attracted to a child. I am sexually attracted to my grown woman. I'm not raising her. Did we grow together? We absolutely did. This is what I'm saying. When you are a grown man with a grown woman, you don't have to tell her everything. She's going to move with you. It used to be why I used to have to say little things.
So wait. So you do have to tell her something.
Hold on.
You just said it.
No. Listen carefully.
Am I wrong, guys?
Let him finish.
Listen, Mr. Lego, don't try to get any help. You got yourself into this. Now, I'm telling you, after a certain period of time, my wife learned me. So it wasn't just her figuring out, I was figuring stuff out too. So if
that's all I'm saying.
Hold on. Listen, if that's the case, then our wives are raising us too. Are we treated like children?
That's what I was going to say. Hold on.
Mr. Lego, what's your response?
That's a cold comeback. That's a cold comeback because Sir Hale, you did actually confirm what he said, but then your comeback. So does that make us children too, Mr. Let Go? Because she's teaching us as we go along as well. No.
The answer is no. The answer is no. But a woman, just like anybody else, your child, for example, you have 2 children, right? And from the age of 0 to 3, they're somewhat the same, right? But once they're 5 and 6, one child needs to be treated one way and the other child needs to be treated the other way, right? And in your dynamic between as a parent with the child, you're going to learn how to treat one child versus how to treat the other child, because now they have shown you their individuality. So you're going to give one child a certain type of discipline or interaction versus the other child.